always knew you were a dark horse, Mr. Yang.
Well, speak for yourself. Albert, if I had met you a few years ago, my creative career would have taken a more interesting turn.
Welt sounds so real.
I heard you had something new in the works.
I love how he talks.
What's it about? Let me guess. The Adventures of the Nameless.
Well, it's early concept at the moment. The Express crew has given me a lot of food for thought. But still, when it comes to key plot points, I'm in need of some inspiration.
Who's a fan of Albert, guys? I love Albert.
How about this?
We give you some ideas. After all, when it comes to scripts, we're seasoned professionals.
Security! Security!
Welt is so concerned. I love
The rules
that.
of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities, but when you really analyze it, every question and answer is constrained by
There's
previous
Mother.
choices. Relax.
Oh god, she looks so good.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Oh god. That drop. I love Star Rail's beat
Another
drops.
name and face can blot out the sin of your past.
Hi, Blade. You're looking pretty today.
Fail. Defend you. Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
Wait.
This coming here triggered your memory.
Oh my god.
What happens
Oh.
next is in your hands.
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting to see him here.
You're staying right here.
The karma of past lives changed the world of the present.
Oh my god.
I wish for you to despair.
Oh my god.
Suffer, crumble, turn on one another, and destroy that which you love with your own hands.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry you couldn't see it behind my camera, but the title says even immortality ends. Oh my goodness. Okay, listen, I wasn't expecting to see Imbibitor Lunae there. Okay, I was like, Imbibitor Lunae is designated for 1.3, okay? He will be playable in 1.3, but I guess he is showing up earlier in the main story. This is it. This is the main story that we're waiting for, I suppose, the main story continuation. So, are you hyped for it? If you got hyped for it in the comments, or if you got hyped for it while you're watching me here on YouTube, let me know in the comments, because damn, they dropped that. It kind of reminds me of the Liyue arc when like Osail has like a lot of water threatening to like, I don't know, flood Liyue or something, and then we got an image here of a parting wave.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your buddy Albert, and welcome to the version 1.2 Even Immortality Ends special program. Today, we have 3 special guests in the hot seats. Introducing...
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Texera, and I voice Kafka.
Hey there, I'm Damon Mills, and I voice Blade.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Landis, and I voice Welt.
Guys, it's great to have you with us. Man, that trailer was a roller coaster.
Kafka's
Corey.
VA's real voice sounds so
Me
normal.
already, okay. It looked like various factions were getting ready for battle. I think we're one move away from a serious showdown here.
Kafka's
Agreed.
smile is so cute.
It was cool to see some new environments and enemies, too. I better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend. In version 1.2, the Xianzhou Lao Fu will face a setback that threatens the fate of the whole alliance.
There's the
Trailblazer will need to pass through
Trailblaze.
various delves
New
and arrive at
chapter.
the location of the sealed Ambrosial Arbor, where a decisive battle with the one responsible for the Stellaron disaster awaits.
Not to mention, Dan Heng finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Dan Heng's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Care to elaborate, Damon?
I didn't say anything.
Whoa. What's she saying?
Editors, you can cut that bit out. What was I gonna say? Oh, right. The story left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time.
It sure did. Why did Jing Yuan deploy those forces? Who is he trying to catch?
And what about the Stellaron hunters? Where did they go after escaping?
Well, who says they went anywhere?
Cut that out, too. I'm sure all these questions will be answered in the upcoming story.
Dude, Albert's energy.
Aside from Trailblaze mission updates, version 1.2 will see new characters coming to the warp. First on the scene, Blade.
Ooh, here it comes. Here comes the combat preview. Oh, look at him go. I wonder how tall he is. Oh my god, that reflection though. Ooh.
I have a question for Damon. If, say, there were 5 people, would I be one of them?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything about anything. Okay?
I like how it says
Well,
birth name
I'm
unknown.
pretty sure I'm not one of the 5 people, but here is a fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he always
Is that
scary?
canon?
He usually does what I tell him.
I should probably unpack that a little. Blade relies on Kafka's spirit whisper to suppress the Mara inside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know, most of the time, Bladey's a nice, quiet boy.
Totally.
Whoa.
He's not a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds.
I'm surprised
Number
they
1.
just dropped that.
Number 2.
I can believe that.
Yo.
It's strange that a lone wolf like him would want to
Bleedy.
team up with the Stellaron hunters. Unless Kafka's spirit whispered him into it.
Kafka was more of a go-between. The real reason Blade joined was because Elio promised him the outcome he desired.
Outcome? Meaning vengeance? Look, a certain someone on the Express
That sounds
has been
too
having
easy.
nightmares about this guy.
Not
Are
just
all these
vengeance,
spoilers?
a funeral.
Call them lore drops, I guess.
His own, to be precise. Through unexpected circumstances, Blade became immortal. His body recovers from the worst of sicknesses and the gravest of injuries, even from death itself. Those bandages aren't for show. For Blade, immortality isn't a blessing. It's a curse that follows him wherever he goes.
I know, they just casually dropped all
I
these
have
things
problems.
about him.
Well, let's leave something to the imagination here. I'm sure our trailblazers will find out more about Blade's backstory as things unfold. For now, let's take a look at what he's capable of on the
I
back.
wasn't ready for that amount
Blade
of story
is a
drop.
wind-type character, following the path of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage to enemies. And I guess that's the risk you take when you're immortal. Huh?
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage, and his basic attack is enhanced from Shard Sword to Forest of Swords. While Shard Sword is a single target attack, Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple enemies.
I got a question. Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh, that sounds a
What?
little dicey.
A bit. Well, there's a silver lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP. When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of his max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
Okay.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, he does feel
No
like a
wonder he's,
5-star
so
Arlen.
indifferent to being healed. Huh?
And the more HP Blade loses, the more damage his ultimate deals.
Yeah, it does. Blade's technique, Karma Wind, also consumes his HP and deals wind damage to all enemies after entering battle.
Ooh, when it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Whoa.
New ultimate line, anyone?
We can't
Okay.
let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron hunter. His partner in crime, Kafka.
All right, Kafka, let's see what you've got. Come, ma'am, mother. Oh god, her animation is so good. Her animation's so good. Oh,
Kafka's
it's so
a familiar
pretty.
face at this point in the story. She was the first person the Trailblazer set eyes on, and meaning Kafka must have been there for the Trailblazer's first words, the first step. No wonder so many players are calling her.
Okay.
What? Was
don't think
Albert
that's gonna
about to
get
say
past the
mommy?
editors there, Albert.
Whoa.
What I am interested in is this.
He's
Since
all of
Kafka appeared
us.
on Herta Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the Stellaron,
I
hijack
can't.
the Express's signals, and draw the crew onto the Cienjo La Fu. It almost feels like she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said, when it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
Yeah, Albert knows.
Well, that might
okay,
be
he
the
knows.
case, but that's not to say the Trailblazers' choices aren't important. What's a script without a director?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I've got another question. Why did Kafka join the Stellaron Hunters?
Ooh. So
More
Kafka
lore
was
drops,
born
guys.
on Terias 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion of fear, and therefore cannot comprehend the value of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making others feel it.
This scares
crazy.
you more than it scares me.
You want me to use my spirit whisper on him, Albert?
Yes. No. I mean, let's move on to combat, shall we?
Albert wants it
I thought you
too.
never asked. So Kafka is a lightning type character following the path of nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to
Okay.
enemies.
Dot
Her
team.
skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets. If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
That is to say,
All
if an enemy is
right.
already afflicted with DOT, they receive additional damage both during their turn and after Kafka's attack.
That's
I
right.
see.
Not to mention, additional damage doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack.
Oh, she has
Kafka's ultimate,
follow-ups?
on the other hand, deals lightning damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and
Okay.
immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked. Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range
Oh, God.
and deals lightning damage
That
to
animation
all enemies
was
after
so cool.
entering battle.
How elegant.
Well, she likes elegant things.
Her
and there's a
technique looks
certain
so good.
elegance to combat.
Kafka's abilities are kind of terrifying. Her enemies are like flies trapped in a web.
She is gonna bring
slowly
DOT
taking damage until
to maximum power.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good.
Yeah, from HP sacrificing maniacs and emotionless sociopaths.
Maniacs.
To the coolest kid on the block. It's time to introduce our next character.
Hey, that is a little harsh. Also, since when did Welt become the coolest kid on the block?
Hey, yo.
Think again.
Mommy's
I'm talking
fighting.
about the born and bred Bellabog hero, Luka.
Yay! Now this guy, I don't know much about him. I see he's weightlifting. All right. Maybe he's like a gym dude, you know, a gym bro. Doesn't Took have one of those?
So that's the guy on the light cone.
He looks a little different on the light cone.
Luka is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luka Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire.
Yeah, he's the shirtless
and
guy.
apprentice to Oleg.
Wait,
Bearing
doesn't
his
the
back
underworld have a
on the
fight
light
club?
cone.
I guess that must be where Luka spends his time.
Oh, you better believe it. In fact, he's the Fight Club champion, and not only that, he's also a reliable operations consultant for the moles.
So he's with the moles, huh? Does Luka know he's a member?
Probably.
Oh, he's with the
Kids
moles.
of the
Okay.
underworld look up to Luka in a big way. And the reason he fights is to set a good example of dedication and discipline.
That's adorable,
And speaking of
kinda.
fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luka is a physical type character following the path of nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
And during battle, Luka can obtain fighting will through a variety of attacks.
Okay.
When fighting will reaches a certain number of stacks, Luka's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
He is pummeling
Kids
that
today,
guy.
No respect.
When Luka unleashes his ultimate, in addition to dealing damage, he also obtains fighting will, and there's a chance of increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
Okay.
Woo! And when your opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luka's strength lies in his love of the sport.
I love how much
and I
jiggling there
almost
is when
forgot.
he punches
When
them.
using his technique during exploration, Luka obtains fighting will after entering battle.
Jeez. Does this guy ever take a break? Well, it was great to start off the program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version 1.2.
All right.
Let's start.
Is there signature
with the
light
Path of
cones?
Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
God, he looks so good in that light cone.
Question. The Paradise Blade mentions in his ultimate line, is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but a barren sword-filled wasteland isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Oh, whoa.
What?
So he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
Stop! The maniac and sociopath segment is
Even
over.
more lore drops.
Moving swiftly onto a 5-star Path of Nihility light cone. Patience is all you need. Here we see our resident sociopath.
Was he gonna say
again.
mommy?
Okay. Well, looks like Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
What do you think's on the menu?
You want to guess?
Hey,
What are
yo.
you looking at me for?
Yo.
Come on, nobody eats out, right?
These guys are so
During
sussy.
the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, a lost soul.
Ah, there we go.
Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character Blade. During the same phase,
I like
in the
how
light cone
Arlen's
event
on the
warp,
banner.
The drop
It's
rate
like
of
Arlen-
the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side,
Is now the
will be
4-star
boosted.
Blade.
And during the second phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, Nessun Dorma, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5-star character
Alright.
Kafka and 4-star character Luka.
DOT
And during the
4
same
stars,
phase,
guys.
in the light
It's
cone event warp,
pretty
The drop rate
cohesive.
of the 5-star light cone, patience is all you need, will be boosted. And that's a wrap on banners.
This banner is pretty perfect, yeah.
Ooh, I need to lie down.
This banner is great.
Don't go
That is
anywhere,
your
Trailblazers.
DOT team right there. Except you'll probably need a survival unit. Like you'll need to swap one of them out for a survival unit. So yeah, essentially Blade, he seems to be pretty parallel to what you get from Arlen right now, where he eats his own HP in exchange for damage. He's a 5-star, so he's probably going to have higher and better multipliers and damage. And then the thing about Kafka is that she can proc DOT effects on enemies when she uses her skill, I think it was. And that's important because in typical DOT teams without her, the enemies only receive the DOT when it is the enemy's turn. Okay, so like, especially in teams where you try to fit in as many turns as possible for you before you get to the enemy, it's only when it gets to the enemy's turn that they receive the DOT. But with Kafka, that changes because now she can proc it as well.
As mentioned at the start of the show in version 1.2, before the Trailblazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various delves. No surprise then? That 1.2 would unlock 2 new areas, the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Now, the Alchemy Commission.
What is that?
Is that where the Xianzhou makes its medicines, or...?
Ooh, you got it! The Alchemy Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the Lafu.
Is that Dragon
And-
Inhibitor Lunae?
Can anyone name all 6?
Oh yeah, let's see. The Alchemy Commission, the Divination Commission.
The Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights. Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Drum roll, please. The Realm Keeping Commission.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
The Alchemy Commission
Kafka's so
used to
cute.
focus their efforts on the way of immortality. But these days, it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Now, the Trailblazer came face to face with some Alchemy Commission folks in Exalting Sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission lies Scale Gorge Waterscape.
He said no more lore
The
drops.
realm of the Vidyadhara.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to get through.
Wow, Blade.
Where was I? Oh, along with the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape, come new puzzles.
Oh god, it's so pretty.
Seems like Trailblazers will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't
It
wait.
gives Enkanomiya
Albert, are you
vibes,
making Corey
guys.
read off the teleprompter?
Puzzles aren't the only new challenges Trailblazers will be facing in these areas. There are monsters afoot. First up, a creature of indomitable size and destructive power, the
Whoa.
Malefic Ape.
Whoa!
And next on the list, an entity rid of the burden of humanity that has remodeled itself in the way of immortality, the Ascended. And finally,
Oh,
Yan
she's
Qing.
pretty hot.
Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight Lieutenant?
all will be revealed in the version
Wait,
1.2
What the
story.
heck? Is he gonna be a
I
boss?
think we skipped an enemy, Albert. You mentioned a boss lurking on the Xianzhou Law Fu. Care for a sneak peek?
What?
Oh, how could I forget?
Is he the boss? Okay, no. Okay, that boss looks so good. She looks so cool. But I'm still processing whatever the heck is going on with Yan Qing. Like, I'm not ready for
Hold on your
that.
hats, folks. It's Fantilia the Undying.
Whoa!
Wield of the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase, she summons abundance lotuses, which restore her HP and reduce the player team's skill points.
Weakening her enemies and strengthening herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important. Eliminating an abundance lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, you know,
Oh,
when you borrow
thanks.
something, you gotta give it back.
Now, in her second phase, Fantilia uses her destruction power to summon destruction lotuses.
She
These
destroyed a
lotuses
planet.
reduce ally max HP, and when in bloom, deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt the power of the destruction is as simple as that.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As such, Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase,
I love how
Vantilia
bored she
goes
looks.
golden. What terrible trick does she have
Whoa.
up her sleeve?
She's not bored
I'm
anymore.
afraid Trailblazers are going to have to wait to find out.
I'm curious, where did Vantilia even come from? How come she can use the powers of the abundance and the destruction?
Ventilia's like 100
Hate to be
mommies
that
in
guy
one.
again, but all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Is anyone here getting deja vu?
Hey, I can't go spilling all the beans. When the main story combat draws to a close, Vantilia the Undying will join the Echo of War and drop the advanced trace materials required for Blade, Kafka, and Luka. Regret of Infinite Okama.
Oh my
And a quick
goodness.
reminder, Trailblazers, Echo of War has a limited number of weekly rewards, so don't forget to plan ahead.
Also, in version 1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape
Oh.
of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character Ascension material, Ascendant Debris. This is also the Ascension material required for Blade.
Well,
Oh,
if
okay.
I'm not mistaken, it's time to talk
So
about
we're getting
version 1.2 events.
More. Okay.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic. The crisis on the Xianzhou Laofu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless
Yeah,
can be
if
heard
you
on
were
every street
pre-farming
corner.
Blade.
Starskiff Haven storyteller
Eh.
Mr. Cien is interested in the Astral Express's tale, eager to work his storytelling magic.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm familiar with him. I wonder what he'll do with the Trailblazers story. His artistic license and collage editing bring all kinds of tales to life.
Well, that's Mr. Cien, all right. To spruce up the tale, he's given us a set of protagonist models.
Protagonist models?
Huh?
What's that?
I hear it's
Protagonist
kind of a magical
models?
object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club. It industrializes the scriptwriting process. As long as you follow its guidance, you'll be able to captivate an audience with your storytelling. To unleash the full
Are we the
potential of
Burb?
the protagonist models, the Trailblazer must accompany Mr. Cien into the past and visit historical battle locations. Now, the name might be a little
Bird
dull,
navigation.
but don't underestimate the protagonist models. Different combinations have different effects. Once the protagonist models have been properly refined, Legend of the Trailblazer can be a runaway hit.
Oh, this sounds like a fun event.
Well, there's more where that came from.
Hertha doing
The next
some
event
numbers.
is called Underground Treasure Hunt. The underworld appraiser, Bellaway the Miner's Lamp, is making a comeback.
They say that in Belobog's great mine, ancient ruins have been discovered where many rare treasures and relics are waiting to be identified. However, according to the senior treasure hunter Axe, there exists a space beneath the ruins where relics of even greater value may be found.
Ooh, do it
The
for
only
this
thing
self-modeling
is, the road to
resin.
the ruin depths is filled with all kinds of danger.
Treasure hunters must steel themselves and explore sealed areas in order to progress deeper into the ruins.
I'm sure these sealed areas are full of hidden treasures, but there's always a catch.
Surprise and danger rolled into one. I'm sure Kafka would get a kick out of this.
Treasure hunters will need endurance, courage, and insight if they want to succeed. It's almost certain that the sealed areas will contain enemies, but supplementary items and keycards to other sealed areas are the secrets to progression.
I
This
see.
is a solo mission, right? It sounds like a tough
So
challenge
it's a little
to take
bit
on
with like the
alone.
randomized buffs
they
and
won't
stuff.
be alone. During exploration, treasure hunters can be sure to run into familiar faces.
Let's hope that we're happy to see them.
So do treasure hunters get any kind of special rewards?
Of course! In the Underground Treasure Hunt event, aside from the usual Stellar Jade, treasure hunters can obtain the themed Where's the Rabbit chat box.
Isn't the
Huh.
rabbit in the chat box?
It's a treasure chest. What I'm
They're
trying to
having
say is the
message
theme of the chat
themes.
box is called Where's the Rabbit?
Okay. So the rabbits in
Okay,
the treasure chest, right?
is that like their new
In
equivalent
version
of custom
1.2,
name cards?
the message and chat box functions will be enabled for the first time. Trailblazers can obtain and swap between chat boxes. And I'm not just talking about the friend chat screen. I'm talking about the game's character interaction chat boxes too.
Oh, I love
Really?
the graphic design.
Okay.
It seems like something Clara would like too.
So cute.
Yeah, so cute.
Do you think Svarog could have designed it for
Oh.
her? Maybe?
Interesting thought. Safe to say that chat boxes will continue to get updates. Trailblazers
Yeah, it's like your
will be able to
messenger
view and
thieves.
swap between those they already have, as well as view those they've yet to obtain.
That's
On
a
to
very
the next
interesting
event.
touch.
Where are you, mystery trotter?
Do we
This
get to hunt
really is
down the
version of
piggies?
missing creatures, isn't it?
The good news is, all of them can be found. Regan of Bellabog has come across a new scientific research gadget. Homemade sensor number 223. The device is able to detect mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no, don't tell me that we have to fight it. I mean, sure, it's a little scary, but it's
More
cute,
than
right?
60 jades
if I
this
told
time.
you it dropped stellar jade, would that change how you feel, maybe?
Oh, yeah, that thing's bacon.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know what's tastier than
thing's
bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall updates! In version
Ooh.
1.2, the brand new memories of Cienjo,
Free
the Voyage
Yukon,
of Novice's Trigger,
guys.
will be arriving.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Let's
That's
go.
not all. After clearing the Forgotten Hall Memories of Cienjo Stage 1, Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star character
Oh.
Yukong.
Cool.
In addition to the Forgotten Hall,
My Yukong
the
guides on my
simulated universe
channel.
will also be receiving an update in the form of World 7.
Ha ha ha.
And the brand new planar
crap.
ornaments, Brutalent Arena and Broken Keel, will be added to the World 7 immersion device.
Ooh.
And the
Okay.
ride doesn't stop there either. In version 1.2's
All
Planar
right.
Fisher event, Trailblazers that successfully challenge the simulated universe can obtain a set amount of double planar ornament rewards.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in the Alchemy Commission's Cavern of Corrosion, Trailblazers can obtain the brand new Cavern Relics, Longibus
Increases
Disciple,
HP
and Messenger
and
Traversing Hackerspace.
An increases speed.
And finally,
Oh.
in 1.2's Realm of the Strange event, players that successfully challenge the Cavern of
A
Corrosion
speed
can
set,
obtain a
guys.
set amount of double Cavern Relic rewards.
That's so
Yeah.
convenient.
I think we're gonna pass out for a while.
That's so
Over to you
convenient.
guys.
No problem. We got you, buddy. We got you. In version 1.2, the 2 companion
Ooh.
missions, Letter from a Strange Woman and For I Have Touched the Sky, will be arriving.
In a
Let's
letter from
go.
a strange woman, the Trailblazer will receive a request from Kafka. As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
All will be revealed in version 1.2. Sorry.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
I think
That was
someone's
so good.
playing sound bites. I should say a little something about the other companion mission. In For I Have Touched the Sky, an accident has occurred in Stargazer Navalia. When the Trailblazer investigates, they find a girl in trouble. Who could she be? And what secrets could
I bet it's one of
Yukong be
Yukong's
hiding?
daughters
Thanks
or
for
grandchildren.
watching Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Hey, sound guy, a little early on that one.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about the ever-popular reward events. Version 1.2 will see the return of the Gift of Odyssey
No
check-in
way,
event.
we get another
During the
one?
event,
Heck
as long
yeah.
as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, doesn't have to be consecutive. They can acquire
Very
10
cool.
Star Rail special passes.
Yes!
Very
Love it,
cool,
check it out.
guys.
Let's do it!
That's exciting.
Can somebody get Corey some water,
Oh my
please?
god, it's well to be a-okay. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we have new Simulated Universe World 7, and then we have 2 new planar ornaments to go with that, of course. And then we have a new Relic Cavern. And the Relic Cavern holds an HP set and a speed set. I'm gonna have to revisit the 4-piece effects, but just having those 2-piece set bonuses by themselves is great, okay? Like, at this point, we know enough about character builds to understand that most characters want to hit a certain minimum speed or want to target some speed.
Well, I said it
So the
last
two-piece set
time,
is helpful.
and I'll say it again. Time flies when you're having fun.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Another special program has come to an end. We talked about a lot of 1.2 features, You guys, got any favorites?
Gotta be that boss fight for me. When the crew fought the Doomsday Beast and Cocolia, Welt was watching from the sidelines. This will be the first time we see him on the battlefield.
Ooh.
So watch your back, Fantilia.
I'm excited to see
Welt.
more of Blade. Heck, I recorded enough fighting efforts to lay down an album. We better get some fight scenes. Come on.
I would
Not
buy
to
that
mention, It seems
album.
like him and Don Hung are finally about to meet. Something tells me they're not going to settle things over a cup of tea.
Uh-oh. As for
Tension.
me, it is all about Kafka. Although I am curious about the Tales of the Fantastic event, because this sounds like Trailblazers have plenty of room to get creative.
Seems like we're all a little biased here. but
Totally.
one thing is for sure, 1.2 is a version to look forward to. Albert here has done a good job keeping us in check today, you know, and there's still a lot of
Yes.
mystery out there for you
Censored
Trailblazers to delve
some
into.
mommy references,
You
but
guys
it's
were a
okay.
handful, all right. But hey, we made it out alive. That's it for
I love
Honkai
this
Star
cast.
Rail version
This
1.2
cast is really fun.
special program,
They had
folks.
great banter.
Thanks again to all you Trailblazers for tuning in, and see you for the next one.
Bye,
So long.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The Interastral Peace Corporation has just declared the latest galactic bounty hunt, calling for the capture of the Stellaron Hunters. According to reliable sources, Kafka and Blade are expected to appear at the upcoming Cosmic Refreshment Supplies event, which poses a high risk of destruction. We urge the public to remain vigilant. We will announce the whereabouts of the outlaws in due time and are asking for your assistance in bringing them to justice.
Global tea event. That was such a Okay, you know what? Hoyo is like stepping it up with the teasers and stuff. We got a lot of awesome info, a lot of stuff that can help us with our builds, exciting new things to farm, of course, exciting new characters to play with as well. Let me know in the comments what you are most excited for from this 1.2 special program stream. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you soon. Take care.